Oh, so you've clicked on this video because you want to be respected. Well, that's interesting because you wanting respect, you're not going to get it, okay? The mere fact that you care about being respected shows me that you should be disrespected all the time. I've seen thousands of videos, and it's always people telling you about, gravitas and strength and stature. No. Wrong. False. You know how you get respected? Disrespect everyone else around you. And you may think I'm some plucky upstart, some snivelling cow, but I assure you that is just my allergies. I am way more respected than you could ever even think of being, but hopefully I can get you there through my method of disrespecting others. Anyway, enough of this BS mumbo jumbo. Let's get into the way you can become respected through disrespecting others. Step 1. When a person first introduces themselves, scoff, like you don't even care. They introduce themselves, "Hi, I'm Jared." Yeah. Why scoff? Well, it's going to put them off. You might be, at a pub somewhere and you're meeting someone else's friend. You might be in a business meeting. You might be just in a meeting of the minds. But always scoff. And if they want a question like, "Oh, did you just scoff it? You just kind of disregard me?" Just, gaslight them. It always works. Gaslight them, go, "Oh no, sorry, I've just allergies." That's a throwback to the start of the video. When I said I had allergies because I sounded like a snivelling coward. No, I just sound like this all the time. But when you do gaslight them, use a clearly untrue excuse, okay? This always works. And the one that I go to the most is like, "You're crazy, you're hearing things. You thought I scoffed? I've been stone-faced this whole time. All I did was introduce myself. You're nuts. I kind of regret meeting you because you sound like a crazy person right now." It'll A, either make them feel crazy, or 2, they'll know it's untrue and they feel the disrespect just seething, foaming, steaming. That's the one I'm looking for. Steaming off you. And I go, wow, this guy, he doesn't like me very much. I want to gain his respect. I want to work for that. See where I'm going with this? Disrespect to get respect. Disrespect to get respect. Disrespect to get respect. Write that down. When you sit down, say having a meal or you're just having a chat, okay, everything's going fine. You need to start talking first, okay? You talk, you ask questions and stuff. Say, "Oh, what is it you do?" And then when they start to answer, go into a coughing fit. For example, "Oh, so, Gurgle, what do you do for a job?" "Oh, well, I actually..." Trust me, do this every time, okay? Cough up a lung if you have to. The first few times they're going to think, "Oh, they've got something wrong, respiratory issue, cold, there's a bit of dust in the air, pollen." But after you do it 4, 5, 6 times, they'll know you're doing it on purpose, okay? And they'll know that you're just doing this to really disrespect them. Remember, disrespect through respect, respect through disrespect. I'll switch them around, but you get what I'm saying. When they ask questions about you and about what you do and about your life, start talking and then halfway through kind of daydream and just start looking off in a direction and stop talking. I find this is really helpful because they kind of realize after a while of you doing that, you go, "Oh, sorry." You'd be like, "Yeah, my dog Jeremy, he, A few times of doing that, okay, they'll realise, oh, they don't care what they're saying. They don't even care that they're entertaining me. They don't care about me at all. By this time, they'll start to get, whoa, okay, I really want to step up my game, okay? I really want this guy to respect me. I really want him to finish his inane stories. Respect through disrespect. You're halfway there. You're basically there. That was step 3. This one is kind of specific to if you're sitting down for a meal. Now, you might think, how can you get respect through disrespect while ordering food? You don't really want to interrupt the waiter or anything like that. That would be crazy, okay? That's just too rude, all right? Too rude. So how do you do this? You're looking at the menu. You're looking through it, you go, "You know what? I've been to this place a few times, and every time I get the barramundi. It's fantastic. It's, a few green beans on the side, a bit of mash underneath, garlic mash. It's beautiful. Honestly, I couldn't recommend it enough." Now, I know you're wondering how you're going to get respect through disrespect through this. I mean, this is quite a respectful thing to tell a person, "Hey, this is a fantastic meal. You should get it. Don't waste your money on anything else. Get this meal. It's fantastic." And you may be thinking, "Oh, is it going to be actually bad?" No, this is what you do. Once they go, "Yeah, I'm going to have that actually. That sounds really good. You really hyped it up." When the waiter comes up, you go, "Here, by all means, you order first." They go, "Hey, I've heard the barramundi's great. I'll just get one of those things." And then you nonchalantly kind of looking at the menu, you go, "I was going to get that, but Actually, it's it's not that great. I might actually get the ribs, please. The old switcheroo. Even if the barramundi is good, they think you've given an option that's actually bad and you've changed your mind. The change of order, I call that. That's, almost the icing on the cake. Now, step 5, last but not least, you kind of really need to act emotionally unstable, emotionally erratic. Sometimes you're like, just talking normally, and then you kind of, just break down and cry. And then you kind of go from crying to laughing. And then you go from laughing to catatonic. That's really how I like to do it. You can do it different ways. You can go, catatonic to laughter to back to normal. Make it your own. But this is the ultimate kind of stamp on getting people to respect you through disrespecting them. Now, you could say this isn't really that disrespectful. You could just be that erratic. But I feel it's disrespectful to embarrass them out in public, which is what you're really doing with this kind of behavior and this performance. I'll give you an example. Yeah, so, I had this dog and... These flips. It was so good. Every time he'd flip, he'd kind of land on the top of his head, which probably wasn't good for him, but... Oh, I really loved it. End scene. Now, that probably wasn't my best effort. I'm a little bit rusty, because I've got so much respect from people in my life. I kind of have stopped using these tips, but this is how I went from a disrespected loser to a respected idiot. I hope these steps help all the big fat losers out there, because honestly, I think if you go through these steps, through these motions, through every new person you meet, you'll become extremely respected, unlike you are now, because you're a big fat loser who's disrespected constantly. I would put my house on it. I don't have a house, but I would do it nonetheless.
I love Shifty Drongo. Shifty Drongo.